What's good, YouTube land? The Ultimate Form here, back again once again, and today we are here for episode 51 of our Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn. If you haven't had a chance by now to check out episode 50, which was Gaia Prime Part 2, we finally made our way all the way through the Gaia Prime facility, discovered the secrets therein. If you want to learn what those secrets are and you're here, feel free to go check out the previous episode, because I will not be discussing them here, because now we are going to have our long-awaited departure into the cut Banuk territory as part of the Frozen Wild DLC. But before we do that, we have to go and pick up the Shield Weaver armor. I figured out that the last power cell that I was missing was one that I should have gotten all the way back in like episode 3. When the Norlands, when Aloy initially got attacked after her trials, like episode 3 or 4. Somehow I forgot it was there for whatever reason. So we're gonna go and just get the Shield Weaver, because it might be useful for us to have it.
Just one more.
If you guys like what you see here today, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already.
There we go. The last one.
Subscribe if you
All
haven't
powered
already.
up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
Thank you, Aloy. Thank you very much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your family and your friends, because we're coming. I say we're coming to the end, but we're getting pretty close to where we're supposed to be in terms of the end. 190, 270, 360, 450, 630. I never remember the last one. I can't remember which end to start off with. 90 degrees. I actually don't remember this one. Oh, duty. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. I don't remember this one at all. Same with the last one. I never remember which way. If is it left to right or right to left? So from right to left, they go right, left, up, right, left. Ha ha ha! Yeah, wait. So, no. Right, left. These two are back to front. These two are back to front.
Did it.
There we go.
Let's have a look at that armor inside.
So, I have been probably rather lax this week.
Alright. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
I apologize for that. I've been kind of balancing, scheduling out time to do this. Well, not just stream, but actually do other stuff with my friends. Now that I have my utilities back, and me and my friends had to essentially cancel all of our plans up until Christmas because I didn't have suitable internet in order to do them. Now we're on the back end having to plan all the stuff out with our schedules to get stuff done. One of the things we have to do, me and Daniel the Ultimate Blade have to do, is we want to go do a Persona like discussion video as part of our reflection on last year and how Persona, because during 2020 Dan and I did our second playthrough of Persona 5 and then our first playthrough of Persona 5R, and we're in the middle of doing our Persona 5R replay in due time for Persona 5 The Phantom Strikers, which comes out at the end of the month, which I'm gonna lose because I haven't played it for like 2 weeks. So me and Dan are trying to plan that out and get ourselves together so we can do that. Where was the other one? There was another one here, I swear. So we got that on the back end. I have some reviews for stuff that I want to do, and I don't know if I'm going to upload them to this YouTube channel or I'm going to wait and upload them to another channel that me and my friends are thinking of putting together. And it's just reviews on like TV shows, games, real life stuff, challenges, stuff like that. Probably an oopsie mentioning that now, but this kind of stuff we wanted to do, not just for our own self-expression and creativity, but like just to have that time together as well, if that makes sense. Anyhow, let me not talk about that anymore before I get in trouble, because God knows my friends will watch this video, hear me talk about this stuff, and momentarily knock on my door in the future and cuss me out for talking about it. But it's what we're thinking. So probably should skew the conversation to the Shield Weaver. So if you remember, there's a reason I'm doing this now after Gaia Prime. Obviously, it's the most logical point as well, because the last power cell is retrieved at Gaia Prime. Obviously not for me because I messed up the order, but this was the armor that Elizabeth Sobek was wearing when she left the facility and closed the door in order to protect the facility. As we read from the original data log, which we got outside the facility, or like on our way in the first time we came down here, this was an experimental Pharaoh robots by projecting a of shielding around the wearer. Obviously, because this is old world tech, we can't use it in the same way, and one of the logs that we picked up discussed how they were iterating the armor and how it worked. Alo's going to do something really amazing with the Shield Weaver armor that we're just about to go see. So she takes the clamps, takes it off, and then when we equip the Shield Weaver, it looks like this. So she took her Nora outfit and turned it into the Shield Weaver by taking the plates and putting it on her original outfit. Kind of smart, don't you think? The Shield Weaver is pretty much end game. It allows you to survive essentially by having a second health bar. Many, when the game came out, said that the Shield Weaver basically made you invincible. If you played sloppy, it doesn't. You have to play really well, or continue to play well, to make sure you survive. Oh god. Running out of storage space. When you get it in New Game Plus, you don't get, I believe you don't get 2. No. Even if you have it in New Game Plus, you just get it. So, it's okay. But she takes her, like, her original, like, outcast outfit and then turns into the Shield Weaver. But it's kind of cool. But, we got it now. Now we can leave. You can hear her clanking about. It's actually really cool how they designed it. So she's actually sounds like she's wearing armor. I love it. But now we've got the Shield Weaver. Now we're going to go somewhere else and start our little tangent. And I call it a tangent because, like, we don't have to do it. We could finish the main story now. But I feel like if we go do the Frozen Wilds now, that might give us more context onto stuff that was happening elsewhere. You get the Frozen Wild quest pretty early in the game once you reach, once you leave the Embrace and you head to, I can't remember what it's called now. What's that place called at the edge of the Embrace? Two Teeth. Day Tower. Is it Day Tower? No, it's not Day Tower. Day Tower's on the other side. Day Tower's to the north? No, it is Day Tower. Take that back. Day Tower Gate. Yeah, it is Day Tower. And you get a quest from a... Okay. Intense Echo. Wait, I didn't mean to throw that rock. Do you see how it took damage? It's a I think it's 7 seconds. Oh, Isabel's up there. Never mind. I actually don't need her. But we are gonna go switch our main quest. We do have the Looming Shadow to do, which sees us return to Meridian to talk to Avad. But before we do that, we're gonna go do the Frozen Wild quest. I haven't planned out exactly how long this is gonna be, but I do have planned out what I need to go and do in terms of discussion topics. So the cut is, as a prelude to these discussion topics, the cut is Banuk territory. We mentioned the Banuk earlier on, but this is our opportunity now to have a deeper insight into who the Banuk are, what they're about, and why we're going there. So we got a quest about, believe it was missing people. Was it missing people? I need to go and check the quest log again, because I can't actually remember why we were going there in the first place. I actually don't remember. That's bad. I really should actually take my notes. My notes are literally sitting in the art book. One of the other things I have taken into great consideration is at some point when we finish the Frozen Wilds, we might have to kind of venture back just to finish up a few things post playthrough and have a few more smaller discussions as a result in that final finale video. That won't be for a little while longer if I keep up this pace. So let's check our quest log. So Aloy travels to the to the north of the Banuk lands known as the Cut. Rumors spread that strange events in the Cut are happening. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, just north of the Grave Horde. So let's save our game, because saving our game is always important. Let's check. Should have done this off screen, but do me, because I always forget that I'm always running low on blaze that I probably should go and get from a vendor. Just a heads up for anyone who's playing this fresh in their first playthrough, Frozen Wilds is tough. They expect you to be max level when you come here, or close to max level, so don't attempt this. If you bought the complete version of the game, don't attempt this right off the opportunity to play it, because you will get trashed by the machines that live here. And many of the machines are scary. I haven't shown the machine catalogue in a while, and I won't for the time being, because there's stuff in there that I rather you see when we get to it. We do have a few opportunities to discuss about the new machines, but we'll get there when we get there. I always found these Banuk likes to be weird because everything's blue. These blue cords that they rip out the machines. It's really cool. But anyhow, let's climb up here because this is where we have to go. So we know we're walking into Banuk territory because we can see their wall paint. And we'll probably kind of go over the information that we've talked about the Banuk up until now, so I might have to rewrite some of that with the additional information we will be getting. Pick up this rock because it'll probably be necessary, and I don't want that layout. Let's depth sharp shot, warbow, won't take that. Let's just de-equip everything, start fresh. So depth hunter, sharp shot as always. And this time, let's use the rope caster and let's use the sling, the adept sling. As I said before, the machines in this area are absolute nonsense. I say absolute nonsense. I find some of these machines equally as troubling as a Thunderjaw, despite their size. but they're hyper aggressive, and we'll find out why. So we've got to climb up a little bit further.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
I love that dialogue. So if you play the game naturally and then come back, the game finishes you off just before the end of the final mission. As such, that dialogue will always play because it'll be, the game will think that you're at the end of the game and then doing this as a distraction, which is why I'm doing it now rather than later. Because I don't want to destroy. Well, we've already got the urgency of the pace, but I don't want to disrupt it even more.
Full already.
Okay, that's key.
This one's a new predator. Can see the heat coming off it.
Oof, God. Ow, ow. Didn't mean to hit that like that. Ah, that still hit me. So you probably noticed something very strange about this machine. It was titled the Demonic Scorcher. I'm gonna wait, because the game will kind of explain this stuff to us. But something was very odd about that machine. Obviously I know why, but we're gonna find out why. If I remember correctly, this goes straight up while that goes round. Let's do the long way round for the time being, because we might see something I haven't seen prior. So as Silence mentioned, and as we discussed before, the Banuk have a particular tribal culture where there's a larger Banuk society, but they rather arrange themselves into smaller groups called works.
Brew that up later.
These works are commanded or led by both a chieftain and a shaman. Everything about them is about everything at their core really is about how they communicate with the spirits of animals and machines.
Outlander on the mountain!
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Oh, you saw me from up there. Forgot about that. How they communicate with machines and the law of survival. That's pretty much them down to a T. As we saw with Silence and the Banuk that we saw further down, just beyond the Grave Horde, they are...
Good for an old remedy.
Their primary color is blue, as we can see even from here, but they are highly spiritual in terms of understanding their place in nature. And as we go through the Frozen Wilds, we'll learn a bit more about that as we go along. So here's our intro screen for the Frozen Wilds.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
The Nora don't come up here often.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
I don't plan to, but that's okay. Look at that view, guys.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
So we're finally here in the cut. I welcome you to Yellowstone National Park. So as we have discussed before in previous episodes, especially the earlier ones, the game takes place in Colorado. Somewhat slightly northeast of Colorado is a Yellowstone National Park, which is where the cut is currently located. And just beyond there is the capital of Banuk Society, Ban-Or. We won't be going to Ban-Or specifically. Well, kind of we do and kind of we don't, but we deal with the works that exist within the Yellowstone caldera, which is this area, and for the next probably 15 or so episodes, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, we'll be exploring the cut. We'll start things off by experiencing the village here, and then we'll see where we go up to. I'm just keeping a very close eye on the time here because I don't want this episode to be too long and for us to do way too much. But this settlement is known as Song's Edge. There's a reason why it's called Song's Edge,
Smoke from the mountain is worse today.
but we'll discuss it later. We'll discuss it way later because there's a side quest that kind of informs what's going on here. So let's wait till that.
Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where should we find hope now?
And we'll be spending quite a bit of time in Song's Edge too, because
Songs must not be forgotten.
there's lots of people and stuff we have to be here for. So, but we will.
Must be something big going on.
We haven't lost
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
But yeah, we will
I do
do.
not think that our hunter's blood is on Aratak's hands. He led them to a great challenge. That is all. If Aratak means to go back to the mountain,
So let's save, because only you can prevent lost save data. So let's make sure that you save if and where it is possible. Now I'm gonna shut up for now because there's gonna be a cutscene. Context will be there. So let's move forward. Just to let you know, as a heads up, that mountain or volcano rather, because this is a volcanic region in Colorado, is known as Thunder's Drum, and then you can kind of think about why that is, and we'll kind of learn why that is as we go ahead. But anyhow, I will shut up now, and we'll press forward. I love Banuk design. I said I was gonna shut up. Let me shut up. Oh, an
You
Oseram.
ready for a rare sight, Nora? Bergrind, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead, but not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. We will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
A daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Okay, so let's learn more about him
You
first.
said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Aurea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard profit. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Don't believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drums. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's drum. Might be worth a shot.
Cool. So for the time being, this is where we're going to end the episode, because if I go any further, we're going to be here for the rest of our lives. I hope you guys are going to stick around for the mini saga we're about to take in the cut. And I hope you enjoy it too, because they did a really good work with this DLC and how they layered on what you discover in the main game with this. So without further ado, I guess I have to say my goodbye for now. If you like what you saw here today, please make sure you like this video and any others in the series.
Outlander. We don't have time to show you around.
And any other in this series. Let me move so these people can't keep talking to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell to get notified of more content coming your way, and there will be plenty more before year's end. Share with your family and your friends. And I've been your boy Lan, the Ultimate Form, and I'll catch you guys later.